love to make things more efficient. And that's really what brought my interest into rotational grazing, is that we wanted to see what can we get out of this pasture? How can we make it better for the cattle and the land? You just witnessed our great joy in rotational grazing. It's to make the cows happy every day. They see us come and start complaining, and then we let them into their new paddock and they shut up. Notice the silence. Yeah, well, you got to get over here if you're going to shut up. By rotationally grazing, the amount of soil lost on a pasture compared to the way it was being farmed, tilled, tremendous improvement. Everything we've done in all of the years of conservation, that's been, I would say, the #1 goal. Keep the soil in place, keep it on the farm. Our Pheasants Forever representative introduced us to the IHAP program. I was not familiar with it at all. At the time, my father was re-enrolling his CRP, and some of the areas he had enrolled 10 or 15 years earlier only had brome on them. And in order to get him re-enrolled, we had to put natives on him, and he was looking at a substantial cost of seed. And Blake pointed out how this program could work together and reduce his seed costs. And so economics was the initial attraction. And the fact that my father had always taken the philosophy that anyone who wanted to hunt on his land was welcome to hunt there on that particular farm. One of the guys that has hunted here probably for 20 years, he was extremely complimentary about already the changes we've made, and I thought, oh, we're just getting started. But he said, you really improved that habitat. So. And so that's fun to hear. It's fun to get feedback like that from the hunters too. That it's a great place to come. I feel like some of the best conservation work I've done in my life has been in the last 5 years, as we've bought some farms that are really rough and seeded them down to pasture.
Of the conservation practices that I've touched, we have everything from pollinator habitat to diverse prairie restorations, filter strips, we have some contour buffer strips, as well as just kind of a gamut of anything and everywhere that we can kind of implement as well as improve what they already have going. I wish I could put the feather in my cap saying that I helped to put all this on a landscape. At the end of the day, they're doing a lot of it on their own, and I'm just kind of helping tweak it and fine tune it where I can and where it fits within the same operation.
Mark and Denise's property, checks all those boxes of farming the best, conserving the rest, and you're doing what makes sense on most acres. That allows for an opportunity for agriculture and habitat to coincide perfectly together within an operation.
When we were Kirsten and Cody's age, I especially didn't take the time or didn't have the time to do as much work with them as we do now. Now we made a little trail and used to walk them on it, still do some. And we have the calves and trying to get them interested in the farming. Not that they have to farm, but at least know what the opportunities are, know the joy of working with livestock.
We may not think we're all teaching and they're learning, but it is an enjoyment for us all to see them get into it too and understand why we enjoy it so much and that there is value in that too.
We got the opportunity through the John Deere partnership to recognize and nominate Mark and Denise Nelson with Farmer of the Year, Pheasants Forever Award. It's neat to see how they've strategically integrated different conservation practices into their properties, you know, showing what the potential is on some of those acres that are marginal at best for crop production. Those marginal acres, while they're marginal for ag, can be high quality acres for wildlife.
The Nelsons are deserving of the Pheasants Forever Farmer of the Year award because they are prime examples of operators who take care of their entire operation by maximizing all acres, whether that be for production or conservation.
We did appreciate the award most definitely, and it kind of opens your eyes to opportunities. It doesn't always have to be in a straight line. You can make some deviations and curves and still come up with a good product at the end and a good program. For me, I would like to know that I've left the land in as good a shape as I possibly can so that next generations can have something that they can work with and work upon and maybe build as well if it's within their realm of doing. You know, I don't want to go out and deplete what's out there and then say goodbye and good luck to whoever's next. I want to make sure that it's sustainable for future generations.